Today is like 13th of October. You can see it on my iPad. I'm not lying to you, right? And I have an awful flu. Like usually you can see that in my cup there is coffee. But today there is this anti-flu pillow that you put there and it's making like this sound. And if you ask me, did I film it? Like 1 minute and 30 seconds long video of how it makes it so you could have an ASMR version of it. Of course I did enjoy it. Live in the moment, touch some grass, although it's autumn and there's no grass. So, first day of October, I was at my shift because I work as a barista because all of these like it don't bring any money. I'm broke, man. So I then opened up Instagram. And there was, of course, there was like this amazing Inktober artworks. Although it started like a couple hours ago. So I was like, I'm not missing out on it. There's no way. So when I got home, I got my tiny old sketchbook. I bought it literally like 6 years ago. It got Raric painting on the cover and I extremely liked it, so I decided that the time has come. Plan A was to draw a sketch of an object to the theme of the day, and then on my weekdays to finish it, right? What can go wrong? I failed it due to a lot of personal drama. It like happened. So we gotta use the flu. The flu is not using us, we're using the flu. You can put here any like toxic productivity motivational phrase, but the plan B is to use my 2 recovery days to finish as much digital work that I can. Yeah. Sorry, existential crisis just kicked in. I'm starved because I don't think I was able to draw normally, like not just sketches, this like 2 past weeks. And I feel like I go more insane than I usually are. And I feel like flu is just a sign of that fact that I need to draw more, because drawing is where I rest and where, energy flows. And I also bought a new tripod, so there was no way I'm not filming that video. So let's go. Hello, this is Natalie from the future that wants to talk about Inktober experience a little bit more. So I feel like the whole project this year had an amazing start. I was really motivated, I was really energetic, and I felt like this is it. This is the project for my portfolio. It's perfect, right? It's not the first time that I participate in it. I did 24 pictures the last time I did it, and it's actually a pretty good result. So I was aware of how hard it is actually, but in the same time, I needed to do a lot of pictures really quick on the themes that I got. So I felt like, what can be better for a portfolio project, right? That actually, like, a little bit started an existential crisis, because I understood that I do content for 7 years at this point, and although I do it for that much of a long time, I don't really have any following. I didn't really gain any. If you go look at my social media, the most following I have is on Instagram. That's like 300 people there, and there is no activity there like at all. And I was trying to understand what the problem is, because I gotta try the new type of approach to this. The stuff that I was, doing before is just not working, right? So the reasons that I found, the first problem is that I was doing all of the content in my native language, and I feel like in my country, this is a niche kind of thing. Not many people watching it, and it's really hard to gain following, especially if you're not the classic kind of artist that I totally are. So I changed it to English, and I felt like this worked, and it helped me a lot. And I also feel like another reason is the fact that my skill wasn't on professional level till like last year or two, and I wasn't that sure of myself, and I wasn't that sure that the stuff that I post is like good enough for myself, first of all, not for others. And yeah, I've been changing the social media. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I've done. I've been changing the social media, I've been changing my name, I wasn't really posting consistently, like every week or so, and so it wasn't secure. And I feel like I was exploring, because I was like a young artist and I was trying to understand what I want to draw, and my style changed a lot, and my approach changed a lot, and I was just trying to find myself, so this is alright. But the biggest mistake that I think I've made this far, that there was no persona in it. Even my name, it's just like, I'm Natalie. That's just it. I do art. This is it. I have nothing else to say. I actually have a lot to say, and I feel like I was just ashamed of being myself and talking about my experience, because I felt like there's this perfect artist that exists and that I'm not, and that I shouldn't really talk about what I feel and think, because it's not quite as beautiful as it should be, and so that my life is not for the camera and for the content making, and as long as I'm not that artist and I want to be the perfect one, I am not able to like do the content. And it was, I think, the biggest problem, that I was ashamed of talking about myself and my art experiences. Today is 15th of October. My flu got worse. This is what I expected for this amount of work. And if this coffee ain't fixing my whole life, I don't know what will. Anyway, yesterday I didn't film it thoroughly, because I went to have lunch and then I fell to bed to even try to film something. But I finished all the digital sketches. And although my flu got worse, I ain't giving up. No way, I'm too stubborn for that. So, I got to do at least the bare minimum. So, I'm gonna do the sketch for the day. And on like video, I'm gonna try to finish at least like 1 or 2 line arts. And then if I won't feel so good, I'll just go and do that in bed. The other ones. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I did all of the sketches in digital on the first day, and on the second day I did 2 line art works, and I don't really have anything else, so we're gonna look at those and at speed paint from Procreate app. That's pretty much it. Yeah, but I want to continue talking about my branding, because this video is a mess and I'm totally alright with it. So, I have this theory. It's actually nothing new, and it's kind of basic, as most of the stuff that I say, but all of the people from art industry that I talk to, they agreed to me. So I feel like in order to become like really famous, you gotta be something of two. You gotta be relatable, or you gotta be niche. So, in order to be relatable, you gotta be somewhat of a middle experience, and you gotta talk about the stuff that many people can relate to. And of course, no one is totally ordinary, and everyone is some sort of strange, but you gotta talk about struggles between your, like, people of age, people that close to you. Got the middle important experience and put it into an aesthetic package. Other thing is, you gotta be extremely niche. The good example is Lady Gaga or Gauguin. He went on the island and he started to draw the life that no one has seen before, and it shocked everyone. It became a hot topic, and it stayed in history of art, and that's the picture that we know that he did, right? So he became extremely niche, right? I feel like most of the people are in the middle. They don't have like the middle experience, but they're also not niche. So the amount of famous they can be is not that big. And because I felt like I am, first of all, just embarrassed to talk about my personal experience, I can't really sell the thought and the meaning, and I went to the technical skill. And this is actually, I think, one of the biggest mistakes that I did. Because if we're gonna talk about the art industry, I think with time we're raising the bar for age, right? Because before, to find a thought, although everything was said before and you just steal and redo the old stuff, to say something new, to get a new thought, a new meaning, a new form in art, right? That was easier to find it. Your thought didn't need to be that complex, right? But today it's really hard to get to the point of complexity you thought need to be. So I feel like the bar to come to the industry is about 30 years old, and although it's kind of cool that art is getting like more complex, we need to pay rent before we're 30. So the biggest lie I think we've told is that artists don't have a second job. Especially in my country, where art is extremely niche, I feel like every artist that I know, they work second job, or there was a time where they were working at the daytime and then having an art as a hobby. And to live in that contrast, where in social media everyone is having the best life and they're just artists and they don't do anything else, and then to have your life when you're a barista most of the time, to be honest, yeah, I feel like a loser a lot. But I guess this is important to say that everyone feels that way, and we're all kind of losers a little bit, and it's alright. So today is 21st of October, as you may see, although my hands are pretty freaking shaky, and I finally uploaded an Instagram post with the 7 first like artworks of Inktober. I know it's hell of a late, but I am not giving up. No way. I am stubborn, and I want this project to be in my portfolio. So here's some things that I did to boost the process, to help it to go a little bit faster. First of all, I started to take my medication. My flu got better, thank God. And second thing, I feel like I've been talking about it a lot, especially if you like follow my social media, like Behance, Telegram, or Instagram. I put down every word of the challenge in my notebook, as you may see, and there is step by step what I need to do with every illustration, like sketch, digital sketch, line art, and then color, right? And there's
posts that I need to do. So, and I just check, and it's way much easier to go by it step by step and not to be like scared of the amount of work that needs to be done, because you got it like all here, you can just look at it. And yeah, and I do this like things like I do 7 artworks and then it's like a little bit rest, you know? So yeah. Another thing that I did is I started to upload the sketch that I do to the Procreate app right away, so I didn't have this like urge to like not do it because I need to do a photo with, I need to upload it, whatever, just do it right away. Sometimes it works. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to do the another 7 pictures at least as fast as I can, just to like close the gap, I think. But even if I end up like really month later than the actual challenge is, I want it to be done. Like I genuinely think some of those ideas is like great. I tried my best, so like let's see what I have in the end. If the first week was all fun, I can't tell the same about second week. Second week was tough, that's for sure. I think it gave me the biggest reality check that I could have. My symptoms got worse, although my flu got much better. My chronic illness just wasn't taken at that much. So you may see that there's gonna be a lot of speed paint from just Procreate app or from my bed. We're gonna change the setting from my table to my bed. I can tell for sure that although I had this diagnosis, like at this point I actually have it for almost a year. I'm still figuring out the limits of my body with this kind of chronic illness, and I feel like the toughest thing in all of this is the fact that immune system is not working the same, and your body gets weaker, and you get a lot of new symptoms and other kind of small sicknesses that go along with it that you need to take care of. And that's for sure that having 2 jobs, working as a barista at daytime and then coming back home and working as an artist and content creator, and also having a chronic illness is too much. Another biggest lie that I feel like we hear a lot is that all dreams come true. This is not that way in real life. Many dreams just stay dreams, and this is alright, because not everyone's supposed to be a big person, and sometimes having a small life that you enjoy is just totally enough. But it got me thinking if I would be able to make it as an artist, if I can say so. And I don't mean that I would like stop drawing, because art for me at this point is like style of life. I will be reading books and like listening to music and watching cinema, and like to tell stories and listen to stories and appreciate every detail of life and creating still. But maybe I will just like time to time post to my Instagram, and that's pretty much it. And it will stay as a hobby. Because I feel like from childhood I've been drawing, and I can tell where I started. When people ask me this question, I can't really say, because from the time that I could like hold a pencil, I probably was drawing. And that helped me with my loneliness. I feel like I was really lonely in my childhood, and I was still lonely in my teenage years, and that's the only thing that calms me down. I've been reading Anna Gavaldi's book, and there was a character, and his grandma said about him that he's a cook, and she said he would calm down only at the kitchen. And I feel like drawing is the same for me. I calm down when I draw, and my anxiety just goes away, and I can sit with myself and think about the stuff that's important to me, and really put there my experience and my pain and my grief. So I'm trying to look at the stuff that I do differently at this point, because I understood that I don't think that at this point of my life I can do that much of a technical work, and I want to use art to help me to cope, because I think like people don't understand how much grief comes with having a chronic illness, and that people just say, just learn to live with it and go on, but it's not that easy. And I'm actually really feel like I'm annoying and I'm talking about this too much, but I'm just gonna ignore this feeling and continue because I'm jealous a lot of people of my age that they can do stuff that I'm not able to do anymore, and that my body now have limits, and I'm not able to do the stuff that I've been doing before, and that's why I go for the everyday fear that I'm gonna collapse. But the thing is, I'm gonna collapse and my symptoms gonna get worse because it's chronic illness. That's how it works. But I'm also used to keep everything to myself. Not really the person to talk about that stuff. That's why it's still cringe to me to talk, but that's alright. We're gonna go through that feeling and ignore it. Yeah. So I'm coming back to my roots. I'm coming back to the fact why I started to do art in the first place, right? I really wanted to be the place that can bring me more meaning, that can bring me more relaxation and joy, because I feel like first priority right now in my life that should be is to support myself, is to slow down, you know, how Billy Joel sang, slow down, you crazy child, you're so ambitious for the juvenile. Yes, I want this. I'm sorry that I sang it that badly, but you can listen to the original version and it will sound good. I swear to God, It's just that fact that I don't sing. Sorry. Yeah. So, I feel like most of the artists can do this challenge thoroughly. Although many of the artists, like, that's their everyday job and they do only the challenge, they can do it still, because it's a lot of work to make a lot of finished illustrations, that amount in a month, and I hear a lot of critique, and that people finish mostly like different versions of it, where they do, for example, one work a week or a couple of days, and maybe that's better for many people, but I'm just used to going to like classy, you know, making it classy, and including the fact that I also had a second job, and the fact that, yeah, I have a chronic illness and everything is in pain. Yeah, I feel like this is not a bad result to have, because I finished not that much.
Today is 26, and I totally forgot to film it, but for chronological order, I finished second week like a couple days ago and already like posted it. You can see it right there, or you can go to my Instagram or other social media to see it. So here it is. Like, if you are interested, let's go and work on the next week, although I'm, yeah, insanely tired. Here it is. Here you are. Long time no see, am I right? Like, we haven't seen each other in this video for quite a while. So today is 8th of November, and I give up. I know how ironic that sounds, including that fact that at the start of this video I was like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm stubborn. Well, it turns out I'm not that stubborn, right? So I actually gave up like 10 days ago, because I got and then tails flare up and my symptoms got much worse. So I got new medication, and while I was adjusting to that medication, I decided to just like give myself some rest and not to draw. I feel like the other reasons is that I put too much pressure on myself also. I clearly overworked and I'm just tired of this project and I don't want to do this no more. And this is, I feel like, the main reason. I also feel like I've been doing this project for so long, I literally stuck in it, and I got other ideas and other stuff that I want to try and do, and other projects that I want to work on. So like, I just literally have no time. Like, it's been so long that I mostly change my hairstyle like every video, you know. But in this video, as you might see, I changed it again. It's been that long. So the plan C is, if I do remember right, this is the third plan we have. I hope it is right. We're gonna have a quick sketchbook tour, because I did every picture in like Sketch. So I want to talk about that experience. And then we're gonna look at Behance page, project that I about to do, because I spend a lot of time on this and I feel like it looks beautiful, like why not? So this is it. I'm gonna call it the end after this, so let's go and see the other material that I filmed. Such a mess, such a disaster, by the way. I haven't thought that this video can be that chaotic at this point, but it is that chaotic. So like, whatever.
So this is a little guy that we're gonna talk about today. It's really old, and I actually finished like more than a half, and I wasn't expecting that, but I think that's because it's just small. So, first page, I always put there my personal information, and I really recommend doing that, because if you lost your sketchbook, the thing that you put enormous amount of effort and time, that would be really sad. So in order to make sure that if you forget it somewhere, it gets returned to you, put your personal info on the first page. I really recommend. So yeah, on the first page there was first theme, which is backpack, but as you may see, I put another paper on top of it, because I actually wanted to do the whole Inktober in like ink in a sketchbook, but this paper is so thin, it's not taking it, so I ruined it. I ruined the first sketch in ink, so I just put a paper on top of it, and you can see only the finished artwork, although thankfully I did the photo of the sketch, so I could finish it digitally after. So yeah, second word was discover, so I put there a sign. I actually kind of hate that drawing, but the end result is quite alright. I'm alright with the end result. I like boots, but only in Sketch. I hate how it looks at the end, but Sketch is good. Sketch is great. I really like that I used like both pages, because to be honest, I was able to do that in the start of the sketchbook, because after the page just started to fall out, because as you may see, there's only glue here, and it's like not good, I can tell you that. So the pages started to fall out, and you may see that a lot of things like smudged, because with time it just smudges, and I really, really, really hate that paper. I just hate it. Yeah. Exotic. Actually, for exotic, I had an idea right away. I had this photo of this fruit in my on my Pinterest reference board for quite a long time, and I actually drew that before in my different sketchbooks, so I just did another one, and I really like that. It probably my favorite. I hate them at binoculars. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about it. Mountain is great. It's easy, but it's great. For passport, I actually had an idea where I do this like clown ID, but it's not a passport, and I don't think it fit the theme because I wanted it to be traveling. So the whole Inktober had the same theme, so I just did a boring one after that. This was for the sun, but I changed it because, as you may see, everything here is an object, and this is not an object, this is just what I felt. Yeah. The hike was a really boring one. I had no idea what to draw, so I did that. This is it. This is what you're having, like. Oh my gosh, I love that one. I just love drawing cars because cars have so much details in it, and they have like so much interesting stuff that I just can do this for hours. Yeah, for a snack, I actually also had an idea right away, and I just like googled it in Pinterest, and I even did two because I really liked it. And to draw this like you know, I don't know what it is, a paper or something, like it was so interesting. I was generally into that, and you can see that the sketch looks quite good. Yeah, it's matched, and I can actually say that you can see the difference. Like these sketches was made at home, and this one was made at work, and it's like much worse in form and detail. But I actually drew that from nature. This is, I mean, from nature, from reference. This is from TV at work. Yeah, I had no idea for Horizon, didn't use a reference, just did that and decided this is an okay thing, that I'm alright with it. Although the end result, it looks so good. It looks so good. Like, I'm proud of myself. Word Rome had me thinking, and I actually first drew the cat, and then I was like, I don't think that you can understand that this is like a statuette of a cat, because everything that I drew is like, you know, styled. I still have a renovation, and I hope that you just can't hear the noise, but you probably can. Yeah, so I drew the I Love New York t-shirt because I feel like this is the ultimate when it comes to traveling. Like, you see it everywhere, and I thought that this is funny. If you don't think this is funny, this is alright. I made this joke for myself, not for you. I hate this one. Please don't look at this. But this is actually like I found this photo of like this is for garden, you know, garden sun, and I found it so freaking scary and at the same time funny that I decided to draw it, but I hate the sketch. I often do this thing when I know that the sketch is complete garbage, but then I just finish it in digitally normally, so like, yeah. I actually have a video of me like drawing this sketch, but I didn't know where to put it in this video because it logically just didn't fit, so you won't have this video. But yeah, I wanted to draw this like, you know, guidebooks about the place, about the I don't know. I still think that grungy and the like cassette of autumn blue is like the best idea I've had this far, but as you may see, it's incredibly wrong drawn. Like, what even is that? Why is that bad? Probably I drew that at work also. Yeah, another drawing. I for sure did that at work. 100%. But I can say that for sure that the sketch I did after in digital, because I finished the sketch, looks so good. I'm actually kind of sad that I didn't have a chance to finish this one and like this one, because I genuinely think that this would look insanely good. I insanely like this sketch. I think you can see how much I like improved from this to this. Although it's quite small, it has so much detail and so much life in it, and I don't know, like, why? I want to finish that. Oh yeah. I tried two versions of it, but I thought that like this one like compositionally just don't work, and I did another one, and it's genuinely good. I like that. Like, it's good. Like, look at that. Yeah, this is the I forgot the word, forget about it. Doesn't matter. Whatever. I did that at work and I hate it.
I hate it. Just like, we're not gonna talk about it, right? Like, it happens. Sometimes you draw bad stuff and it's bad. Oh yeah. We're gonna stop here, so you forgot the previous one, okay? Because this one it's one of my favorites. The word was rhinoceros, if I remember it right, and just look at that. Just look at that toy. I have no words. This is good. I was lazy that day. I didn't want to draw. I was ready to skip that day, but I was like, okay, just like whatever. Yeah. And this one, I think it's quite good, but I remember when I was drawing that, I was extremely angry because I was like, how do I know how to draw this thing? Like, I don't go camping. Like, I have no idea how that looks. And I remember I was so angry because I was like, how would I draw this? How would I know how this looks? But it ended up looking so good that I'm not angry anymore. Genuinely good. Yeah, you can see how much detail is that. Although it's like small, I didn't use the whole page. It's compositionally wrong, but like so much detail, so much life in it, so much the feeling. You understand that? Genuinely didn't have the space that I needed, and I was like, I'm gonna finish it digitally after this, like normally, and I didn't, because I didn't finish the challenge. So I guess it happens. But yeah, I think you can see the amount of scale. Like this one, I remember I drew it really fast, and I was surprised why it looks so good. Like, it feels like there is some lie in it. Like, I couldn't draw it that fast, that good. Oh, I've been fighting with this one, and I still hate how that looks. Like, the box looks alright, but yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. I think this is the moment where I get insanely lazy. And you can see that. This is just a postcard, because I have no idea how to... Oh, the postcard. It was the postcard word. Wait a minute. This one. I meant postcard. Yes, and this is just like a photo card. And you can see that. I'm lazy. But it's alright. You can see that I generally had no idea what to draw for Jumbo word, so I was like, we're gonna repeat the thing, because I like Damba and it looks sweet. I was lazy and tired. Please, it's 29th day. Like, cut me some slack, okay? Yeah, cut me some slack. I didn't even, the whole theme is traveling, and then there's a violin, and I just didn't want to, like, explain it. Like, have this. It's just a violin. I'm not gonna explain this. Yeah, the last day was just like, that was actually drawn in the same day, like the violin and the map. And I was lazy at the map. You can see that. I didn't want to draw it. I was like, this is alright. I'm gonna go with it. And genuinely, it's not that bad. It like could have been worse, Could have been worse. There's nothing else except for small leaf that my friend got me. Yeah. And yeah, small sketch. And then I told you the pages fell out. The whole themes, and I was just like, don't know what I need to draw next. And the paper that I put here to make sure that the like one sketch is not on the other page, like when I draw, This is it. This is the whole sketchbook there. You just watched it. Congrats! You came across the last part of this video. I hope this is the last part of this video, because if it's not, I quit filming it. Like, it's just not gonna be on my YouTube, but if this is not the last part. So, I did yesterday the page on Behance, and I really do hope that you're gonna like looking at it, because I actually put quite a lot of effort. So now let's see what's there. I think this is quite an important matter, right? Right. It starts with a kitty sticker. You can see this kitty all over my social media. That's my mascot. I genuinely do think that she looks a lot like me. Yeah. So the next thing that I did, I put there an Inktober collage. I really like how this looks. I genuinely don't know why. And I also thinking about making like some stickers out of Inktober pictures, but if I'm actually doing this, I'm probably not gonna put every picture that I made, because I don't really like every picture that I made. There's text. I actually also edited all the previous projects that I posted on Behance, so it had some text about the project that I made, because I understood that there's like nothing written, there's just like pictures and like process, and that's it. So yeah, we won't have here any sketches, because genuinely most of the sketches are really smudged and I couldn't even like do a proper scan or photo it. So yeah, there's just like all of the pictures. They look quite good together, to be honest. And then there's a GIF. You probably noticed that I like this stuff. I do these GIFs a lot. I did the same with the previous project of a room, and I genuinely find it really cool. And then yeah, there's the last picture. There's my favorite actually, another collage of the stuff that I made, and I think this is my favorite because it contains all of my favorite pictures. Then there's thank you and my social media and my, Gmail. Yeah, I find interesting the contrast that I put like a black, and then there's a top like white, because I feel like this is the inverted version of what we used to look at, white paper and black text. Yeah, but I'm genuinely just tired of black so much. I even in clothes, I try to like put as much color as I can, and I think that before all of my pictures like contained a lot of color, and I wanna go back to it, because like I'm tired of black and white, I'm tired of black entirely, and I just want to have a lot of color, a lot of life in what I do. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll go and finally, no, not rest, edit the thing.